it's Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. So in this video I wanted to talk to all you workaholics out there because I know my dad was one, and I know that for a while there I had become one, and the reason behind it. So I just wanted to address when we just drown ourselves with work and why we do that. So if you're one of these people that has to be constantly working and keeping your mind occupied with work, I want you to slow down today. I want you to start looking at it, at the why. Why do you need to work so much? Why do you need to work so hard? Why do you need to keep your mind constantly occupied with work? What's going on? So this topic today is about really slowing down and looking at why. Because many times we keep ourselves busy, we try to keep busy because we're trying to avoid looking at ourselves. We don't want to think of what we've been through. We don't want to go back to look at the pain that we've been through, the hurt. And we spend all our time working, keeping our minds occupied, so that we don't have to look at ourselves. And many times it comes from a place of not being good enough. And funny enough, no matter how much we work, how much money we bring in, how much we make, how many things we have, it will never be enough if we've decided that we're not good enough. Because the enough is already there. You've already decided you're not good enough. So no matter how much you make, no matter what you have, it will never be enough until you decide that you are enough. And funny enough, this has rolled into another topic that I was going to go into later. But, you know, the fact that I was watching this video the other day, and this lovely lady that was talking to Oprah, and I missed her name. I should have written it down or made a note so that other people can watch the same video. This lovely lady, that I think she's a monk or something. She's always wearing this orange robe. And she's just absolutely lovely. And she was saying, you know, Oprah was talking about how we can improve ourselves, we can be better people. But she was saying, and I totally understood, that we already have everything we need inside of us. And what we have is perfect. It can't be improved. It already is what it is. You have it all in you. All the kindness that you can give to another person, all the compassion, all the empathy, everything that you need to be the best possible human being is already in you, in all of us. We all have it to be the best human being that we can possibly be. It can't be improved. It can't be any better than that. It's already in there. We just choose not to use it. We choose to ignore it or avoid it, or, you know, we don't use it because we don't want to connect. Because all these other things get in the way. The shame of who we are, the guilt of who we are, the fact that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy of love, that we don't deserve. All of these things stop us from tapping into these wonderful gifts that we already have inside of us, of all of us. They were given to you when you were born. We all had them. We were all given the same toolbox with the same tools to use. So, you know, today I want you to start looking at that. Why aren't you kinder? Why aren't you more compassionate? Why aren't you more empathetic with other people? What is stopping you from being the best human being that you can be? What is stopping you? And that goes way back to being the perfectionist, the workaholic. You know, in the beginning when I had my little one, she'd make a mess on the, you know, wherever she was, if she had pencils, they were all over the floor. And oh my goodness, the first couple of years I just felt like all I did was tidy up, right? Only to have the same mess half an hour later. All mums can relate to that. I know it because I've seen it on Facebook so many times, you know, of mums that tidy up and 10 minutes later it's all out again. So, you know, after a while I thought, well, why am I going to bother putting it away when 10 minutes later it's all going to be out there again. So I had to learn to live with the mess. That's what it came down to, with the chaos of having a child. I'd never had one before, so obviously I didn't know what it was to have a child and to understand that she was going to go back to using that again in 10 minutes time, and they were going to go all over the floor again. And that's what she was going to do. You know, and she was too little to know how to pack up. I mean, now she's getting better at packing up, and we've got all these, it's all organized with all these little compartments and all these things. But sometimes it's about learning not to be so perfect. It doesn't all have to be packed away and perfect and neat for anyone. You know, and if you have that problem that you can't have a little bit of mess, a little bit of chaos, why does it bother you? Why does it bother you? You know, that they've thrown all the pencils on the floor and they're drawing on the floor and they haven't packed away. You know, and you find yourself packing it away. Every 10 minutes they're going to come and throw it out again, and you do that 5 or 6 times a day. Why don't you just leave it there for the day, and just before bed, you know, if you want it to look neat for you and makes you feel better that it's neat, pack it away at the end. You know, save your time. We're talking previously about mums that don't have time because they're dedicated all day to their home, to their family. Let them play with it. Let them be children. Pack it away at the end of the day rather than pack it 10 times a day. You know, I learned that the hard way. You know, after about a couple of years, I thought, okay, at the end of the day, I'll just deal with that being there. I'll deal with that mess there. At the end of the day, we'll pack it away. It saves me doing it 5 or 6 times before. Because they don't understand. Children don't understand. Or pets. They don't understand. If they're playing with a toy, they're playing with their toy. They don't understand that it has to be neat, that it has to be tidy, that that's going to bother you if it's left there. So that's one way that you can save time, to make time for yourself. Instead of packing it up 6, 7 times, leave it. Go for that walk in that 5 or 6 times that it takes you to pack that up. Leave it. It's going to be there when you get back. That's what I was trying to explain before. Put it away later. You know, if you're vacuuming every day, vacuum every second day, vacuum every third day. Learn to live with not perfect. Learn to live with not neat. Because your children, when they grow up and they've left the home, they're not going to care that the house was neat or it wasn't neat. They're going to remember that you were always yelling at them for not tidying up, rather than just letting them be kids. Let them be kids. You know, and if it bothers you that much, you have to start to question why. Was it something that you were constantly yelled at for doing that? Because that was one of the things I had to address. I realized after my 2nd year of doing that I used to get in trouble for that, for leaving a mess. I would get smacked. And so I was conditioned. I was already thinking, oh, it has to be cleaned up. It has to be packed away. So think about where it's coming from. That it bothers you, that it's not perfect, that it's not neat, that it's not tidy. Why does it have to be? Think about it. Where's it coming from? All right, my darlings. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.